Alright, I welcome you all once again to Icesoft Developers official platform. Now, my name is Edu Amankwa Isaac, and the popular name I have is Icesoft Original. You can call me that, and I will be very happy for that. In this video, in this series, we're going to learn how to do video editing using Premiere Pro, or let's say Adobe Premiere Pro. It's going to be in a series, so don't miss any episode out of this. Now, from this presentation, we have Adobe Premiere video editing software, which is Lessons by Icesoft Developers. Now, let's ground through these lessons and let's see how it's going to work. Now, Adobe Premiere Pro, this is a complete series for absolute beginners, and it comes in a video tutorials. So you don't need to get so-called expertise in Adobe Premiere Pro before you can get to know more about this video. It doesn't matter any background of getting to know how to do editing. Now, the table of content, we're gonna tackle the introduction, which is learning all the basics you need to know about Adobe Premiere Pro, and two, the interface, which is downloading and installing the software. Also, the interface of the software. All you need to know. So then we go to importing and exporting. Learning how to import and export projects in Adobe Premiere Pro when done with a project. So we're going to tackle that one as well. And editing, sound and color correction is very important. We're going to see how we can do editing, which is called negative cuttings, and how we can add sound effects, musics, work with sounds, and and then the last one is the color correction. Not precisely the last one, but for this series, that is what you're gonna tackle on that. The video quality, the color correction, everything we're gonna tackle with that. So it's gonna be awesome. And then we go to the conclusion, making sure to get everything on point after your project is done. And then the color correction, editing and sound is getting to know all the basic skills of editing a video clip, controlling sound of a video, and correcting the color of the video. That is what we're going to tackle now. And let's go to the introduction to Premiere Pro. When we talk of introduction to Premiere Pro, we're talking about 6 steps to get everything done. The first step is called the raw footage. Take your camera and go out to shoot some videos for your production. That is the first step. And then the second step, video editing. Import your video into your timeline or into the timeline for editing process, and that is the second step. Now the third step, render video. Render your project to solve any breakages in your project. That is not exporting, but it's rather called rendering. That is the third steps. So after you have seen that all your negative cuttings, color correction, everything is perfect, then you go to the sound. That is the step 4. So step 4, that is edit sound. Editing your sound with the correct tones and effects. We will be tackling that as well. And then the 5th one is exporting and sharing. So exporting your project for your final output or your final production output is very, very important. And then the 5th one is your final output, which is distributing your video output to the public for views. I mean, publishing it on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, any social media platform, or putting it on a CD or putting it on a drive to give it to the rightful owner of the video, anything like that. Now let's see the interface of Adobe Premiere Pro. It has a lot of interface, but it has a lot of options, but I have listed about little options I want us to tackle. We have the menu bar panel, the source panel, the project panel, video timeline, essential graphics panel, color correction panel, export dialog. There are many, but these are some basic ones we're gonna ground through to get everything done. Now, when we get to how the system works, one, getting your footages, you first need to shoot your video which you wish to use for your production, as I said earlier on, and then copying to your saved path. You have to copy all the files you have, or all the videos you have gathered, copy them into a specific directory. Due to backup issues, you need to copy your video footages into a specific folder, which is very important. And then you come to importing into your timeline. You then need to pass through some simple steps to get your video imported. As you can see here, there is a video imported into the timeline, which we will be tackling very soon. And then last but not the least, exporting as a final output. After your editing, you need to export your project as your final production, and that is very, very important, and we're gonna tackle that as well, and it's going to be very, very fantastic. Now, when we talk of editing, sound and color correction, it is very important. You can see that this example here demonstrates or illustrates on how the editing of sounds and videos, how they looks like. Don't worry, it's kind of complicated, but you will get it. It's very, very simple. You will get it. Don't worry at all. All right, so let's move to the next one, and that is the conclusion. Conclusion, it simply means completing your project. That is called conclusion. That is what I mean by conclusion. Simply completing your project. That is what I can say for now. Completing your project is called it's mean by the term conclusion. Yes. So I would like for us to end here, and my name still remains Ikesoft Original. And if you have yet not subscribed to my YouTube channel, do well to subscribe so that all these updates you'll be getting them. Until we meet again on our first introduction, have a nice day, and Ikesoft Original is out.